Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to be reviewing the new Rare Beauty products. So we have their new bronzer sticks, we have their new blush shades, we have some new brushes, and we also have a new powder. And I asked you guys on my Instagram at SATINSILKSKIN if you'd rather see me review the new e.l.f. products first or the new Rare Beauty products, and it was basically tied, but Rare Beauty barely won. So this week I'm going to do Rare Beauty and next week I'm going to do e.l.f. But if you want to take part in these polls to give your opinion on what you'd like to see me film, then make sure you follow my Instagram at SATINSILKSKIN and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss a video. And with that being said, let's get into trying some Rare Beauty. Okay, so we're first gonna start off with the new bronzer sticks, and I have 2 shades, but I believe they have 5 in total, and the shades that I have are Happy Soul and Power Boost. So this is Power Boost and this is Happy Soul. They're slightly different. This is a little bit more darker, Happy Soul is, than Power Boost. I think side by side you can tell a bit more. And I think that I'm gonna use Happy Soul just because I normally contour with shades like that rather than this. I think this will look a little bit orange on me, and yeah, but I'm gonna swatch them for you so you can see them a little bit better. So this is Power Boost right here. They're very creamy. That went on very easily. And then this one is Happy Soul. So as you can tell, this one is a little bit more deeper than Power Boost. Okay, so I just tied my hair back so it won't be like bothering me this whole video, because that would definitely happen if I left it down. So again, I'm gonna take Happy Soul and I'm just gonna put it underneath my cheekbone first, just a dot, just so we can see like how creamy it is and how much it blends out, because I've made the mistake of putting on way too much before and definitely don't want to do that right now. So I'm just taking my damp beauty sponge and I'm going to blend this upwards. And as you can tell, that blended away super easily. I definitely think already with this product, using less is going to be more. I feel like that's the case with most bronzing sticks, because if you add too much, then it can just get a little bit crazy. So I think I'm going to add a little bit more, but you can tell right there, it already gave me a pretty nice bronze. Sorry, my lighting is pretty harsh, but it already gave a pretty nice bronze. So I'm just going to add a little bit more in the same spot right here, and make sure you're blending upward rather than down, because if you blend it down, then it's gonna drag your face down, and we're trying to lift up our cheekbone, so it's better to blend your product going in an upwards motion rather than down. So right off the bat, I can tell that I'm going to like this product. I've been looking for a bronzing stick for a good while, and I was using the Makeup Revolution concealer, the one that's spongy, and I do like it. I just had a shade I think that was a little too dark, but this one looks really good on my skin. It's kind of hard for you to tell on camera, but let me put the light down a little bit more. Like, as you can see, it doesn't look like too crazy on my skin. It looks natural and it's blending in to my skin really nicely, and it's also like, looking up closer, it's not settling into anything on my skin. It's laying down really nicely on top of my foundation. And the foundation I have on is the Urban Decay Skin Tint, just so you guys know what I'm using. So I'm going to just put this on the other side of my face. I might add a tiny bit more right here, just because I want a little bit more. But as you can tell, like I'm putting it like slightly above my cheekbone. And I'm just gonna blend again. Actually, I'll do my forehead really quickly. The forehead's always the biggest test for me because it can sometimes be way too much. So we're gonna blend this out. I'm very happy that I went in with this shade too rather than Power Boost, just because I think it would have really looked orange on my skin, because this still has a kind of like it's like cool toned, not as much as the other one. The other one's more warm, so I think it would have pulled a little bit too orange on my skin, and I really hate that. That's something I also hate about bronzing sticks, is a lot of the times they pull orange on my skin, and this one is not really doing that. Let me again do this for you so you can see. See, look. I really am liking this. Like, I'm really liking like cream products right now, so I'm really happy that I like this. So next up, we're gonna go in with the blushes. I personally like to go in with powder last because if I put liquid or cream products on top of powder, it normally will cling to the powder and it won't look good. So that's why I haven't gone in with the powder yet, but don't worry, it's coming. So these are 3 new blush shades, and look at how beautiful these are. These are their dewy blushes. I think before I've mainly tried their matte blushes, so I'm actually really excited to try these. And this one is in Hope, and it's very, very pretty. I'm gonna swatch it on the back of my hand for you guys so you can see the colors a bit more. So this one is in the shade Hope, and that is beautiful. Oh, I used to not wear blush. I feel like a lot of people were like that. They did not wear blush. I did not wear blush either, but now I love blush a lot. This one is in the shade Believe. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh. These new shades are stunning. I am very in love. So this is Believe. Very berry-like. Oh, so pretty. I really like Rare Beauty. They are a very good brand. And this is Encourage. Gonna swatch this again for you guys. So again, this is the shade Encourage. So the shade in the middle, Believe, is the darkest. The shade Encourage is like a step down from this shade Believe, and it's a little bit more pinky berry than just straight up berry. And then this one I think was Hope, and it's pink. I don't know what I want to go in with. I feel like I always do shades like this. So I think I might go in with Encourage. Also, I would just like to say 2 dogs in here right now. So if you hear anything, it's them. They're just sitting over there, so they might make noises, just to let you know in case you hear anything. So I'm trying to open this blush brush. This is the blush brush. It's bigger on this side, shorter and stubbier on this side. It feels pretty dense, but it also feels very soft. So we are going to take the shade Encourage. My dog is sniffing my backpack so much right now. Well, it was raining yesterday, so that could be why. So I'm going to put this on the tops of my cheekbones. I'm only gonna put 1 because I remember when I use these, I always put so much and it's too much. So I'm going to blend this out. See, look. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is way too much. This side is pretty fine. Still a little much. You know why? Okay, you know why it's even more too much? Because I'm using a brush. See, look. Now when I'm blending it out with the Beauty Blender, it's blending in way better. So if you like, look, I don't know. I feel like if you're going to use the brush, you have to use the tiniest, like, pea-size amount of all time, because literally that put down so much. That was terrible. Thank God I only put down one dot. See, look, now it's starting to blend out like a lot better. So brush, if you put a tiny amount, I mean, this blends it out nicely. It just will make it be 30 times more intense, which I should have known that, but I'm just dumb sometimes. But in regard to the shade, it looks really pretty. I never wear blush like this sort of blush tone, but I really like it. Look at the back of my hand. It looks crazy from the swatches, but I really like this shade. And it does give a nice glow to the skin. So I would recommend use this brush as like a base to lay down everything. But I would really recommend going over with a sponge, just because if you put too much on, like even that dot I put, that was just a single dot, and you saw how it looked. It looked crazy. This will not be able to blend it in like the sponge is going to be able to blend it in, like if you put too much. But if you don't put too much, then this is a really good brush. Like actually, like I will probably be using this brush just because I've actually been wanting to try to start using blush brushes. This is actually pretty good, and it hugs the cheekbones really nicely, like because it's like kind of a little bit slanted. Anyway, this blush is really pretty. I already knew that I liked Rare Beauty blushes because I do have a video on my channel reviewing Rare Beauty. So if you're interested in their other products, make sure you go check it out. But yeah, this shade is really pretty. So I would imagine if the other shades are your cup of tea, then you would probably really like it. Okay, so finally we have the new setting powder. This is a soft radiant setting powder, and mine is in the shade Light. So on the box, this says it is a super fine loose setting powder that melts with your makeup to smooth, blur, and set with a soft radiant finish. So that sounds really amazing. And they also came out with a powder brush, and this is so soft, you guys. This is so soft. It feels really good, and I like powder brushes. I used to put my powder on with a beauty blender, but I don't like the way it makes my makeup look, so I've been using a brush recently. This is what the powder looks like when you open it up. So there's like a sifter. This is not okay. So you just move it to the side like that. So I just put some in the cap because it'd be kind of difficult to just get it out of there. Like the opening's pretty small. So I'm just gonna pick some up on the back of my brush. This picks up a lot of product, as you can tell, so really want to make sure you tap off the excess. And now I'm just gonna dust this underneath my eyes. And I actually can already tell just by putting it right here, I have a lot of texture right here. So I can definitely tell that it like kind of blurred my pores a little bit, like compared to the other side. And it did set it in place. Like this side is more glowy. It still has like a nice glow because this is a radiant powder, but it's not as intense as this other side because she's very glowy. I'm gonna take a little bit more on the back of my brush. See, look, it picks up a lot. So really make sure you tap off the excess. I'm gonna put it right here. Like I can definitely tell that it is blurring my skin a bit, and it's dulling down my like super glowy skin a bit, but it still is leaving like a soft radiance, hence soft radiant powder. So this is actually really pretty. Like I like how I like every single product. I just really like Rare Beauty, honestly. Like I feel like the only thing I really don't like from them too much is their brow pencil. Like I don't use that a lot, but I use their concealer and foundation and stuff quite a bit. So that, see, I looked so crazily dewy before, and now, like, see, look, I'm adding over top. It's still giving a nice radiance to the skin, but it's not like making me look absolutely insane, if you know what I mean. And I definitely can tell that it is like blurring a little bit. It's nothing like too crazy. Like, it's not like, oh my gosh, my pores are gone, but I honestly don't think any product does that, like, if we're being real. So this is how it's looking. I'm gonna turn down my light a little bit. This is how it's looking in a little bit more natural light without like the ring light. So it gives a really pretty radiant glow to the skin and slightly blurs my pores. So I really do like this. Like, I could see myself using this powder a lot, just because I don't like when powders like mattify my skin too much. It's not my cup of tea, and I will definitely be using this powder brush. Like, I wouldn't say this is like a must buy because it's a powder brush, and I don't know how expensive this is, but it will be on the screen. You could probably get like a cheaper brush from like Elf or Wet n Wild, something like that, that will like do the trick, or Morphe, something like that. So I wouldn't say you necessarily really need this, but if you're looking for like to invest in, I guess, or like if you're really looking for a good powder brush, this is so good, because I have never found like a powder brush that I truly really loved, and this is really nice. So I'm going to finish up my eyes off camera because I don't have any more products, and then we will wrap this video up. Hey you guys, this is the final look. If you're interested in seeing a tutorial or to know the products I used for the eyes, make sure you go check out my Instagram at SATINSILKSKIN or my TikTok at SATINSILKSKIN. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did, and comment down below telling me which one of the blushes or which product is the most intriguing to you. And I hope you have an amazing day or night, whatever it is for you in this moment, and I will see you very soon. Bye guys.